Good evening everyone and welcome along to Austria. It is time for round number 5 of the season and it's time for an 18-minute qualifying to kick everything off to decide the grid for the 36 lap race around Austria. So it's going to be quite interesting to see who can take pole, and then we will have the race around the Red Bull Ring. It's a fabulous circuit with 3 DRS zones and we'll see. Also, I'll just quickly have a look at the weather forecast for you, just to let you know if there's anything expected. So it's going to be clear, so there will be no weather to play into count in today's race. So it's going to be a short qualifying, and I'm sure we are all excited to see who will be on pole position, and we are waiting for the qualifying to begin, and then we'll be getting going. Alright, 18 minutes of qualifying is underway to see who will take pole position, and currently everyone is in the pit lane, so everyone deciding to stay in for the beginning of this session. So obviously this place has hills all around, and we can see in the background, I think that's a car coming out. It is the Red Bull, and it's the Red Bull of FPRL Gamer as it comes out onto the racetrack. Okay, so down into turn number 3 on the outlap, we have now some drivers coming out, but we're going to focus on the lap when it begins. So he's currently on the outlap, and let's see, out comes VPR onto the racetrack as well, and there we have Fazy. Not too sure about every single one of these guys' names, and the hash they're coming out of Josh, I think that is. Meanwhile, V Boeing, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, also on the outlap, as well as Trevor and JDM as well. And into the pits comes TRL Gamer, so he's going to be coming in, so we're not going to get to see his lap. However, there is a lap starting with V Boeing as he has the DRS open then towards turn number 3 of the racetrack. And let's see, so get your braking point right over on the curve, and then another opportunity for overtaking in the race. Right now it's qualifying, so the driver just send it in into every corner, but they need to make sure they don't invalidate their lap. And pretty well so far the lap, it looks pretty clean, hasn't been any major mistakes so far. And as we continue watching him attack this racetrack, and out into the final corner we go, and we're going to see what's the benchmark for everyone to beat. DRS open, and then you make your way to the line. It's a 1:05.1 to beat for the drivers, and let's see if anyone can beat it, as we also have Ace there letting the Haas driver go of Josh, who makes his way now down into the corner pretty well. He's a bit like sliding around a bit on the exit. There's an Alpha Tauri who was spun there, and currently doing pretty well. Well, we're going to see if he can get anywhere near. So currently we have VPR, who has come across the line. He is almost exactly a whole second off. He's over a second to be exact. And let's see if Josh can get anywhere near to the lap time. He comes across the line. He is off. So, but he's much more closer than VPR is. And those are the laps currently. We also have FaZe who's come across the line, who has set a 1 minute 6.3. And we have the Alpine there. Let's switch over. On board with Trevor then, who's invalidated the lap, actually. So let's watch Ace. So he brakes in the middle between the 50 and 100 meter mark. There's a few cars ahead of him. Right. He may have got a bit distracted there. But hopefully it hasn't hurt him too much. There's now a Ferrari up ahead, which looks like gonna get out of the way for him. And now into the last few corners of this racetrack. Can he keep it in track limits through the last corner? Yes, he can. So he goes to the line. Let's see where he can go. And he's currently gone up into 6th place. So he's currently into 6th place. And so the lap times are coming in so far. And let's see if we can find anyone else who's on a lap. Here is FaZe, as he makes his way down into turn number 3, through turn number 3 now, and then you make your way towards turn number 4. Down the straight. Let's see then, where does he brake? So more nearer to the 50 meter mark, but just before it, for FaZe then. And we have the yellow flags through the 2nd sector, and I think that should be for the McLaren, who's going pretty slowly. We're watching FaZe then as he makes his way down into turn number 9, and he's coming into the pits. I was wondering why he was taking a bit more. He was taking more to the inside. That says why. Right, we just had a lap from TRL Exion Gamer. Here he is as he goes over the curb. So he's managed to go up into 2nd place, approximately 3/10 off. Still, the man to beat. A 1 minute 5.1. V Boeing, and let's continue to have a look. The field. Here is Trevor, weaving around. So I'm not sure if this is to begin a lap. If it is, we'll stick with him. It looks like it is, so we're going to stick with him as he makes his way out of the 10th and final corner of this racetrack, and he heads towards turn number 1. So let's see what he can do through turn number 1. And was close to invalidating his lap through there. And then turn number 2 is not really a corner, so so where you place your car for turn number 3, that's where your main focus is. He's done turn number 3 pretty well. Then you have the DRS open and you head towards turn number 4 of the racetrack. So let's see, where does he brake? Once again, just in the middle of the 50 and 100 meter mark. And now let's see, steering it in, turning. You don't want to be too wide, and he's avoided it by lifting off a bit. And he's trying to carry the momentum just over to the curb. You don't want to go too wide or you will invalidate your lap. Now, you make your way down into turn number 9, and then the final corner, turn number 10. And now open your DRS and go to the line. Let's see where he can go. He goes into 6th place. So he's up into 6th, he's close to VPR. But that's currently where he's been able to go. And Sen is on an outlap. Here is Josh. Here is V Boeing. I'm not too sure if he's on a lap here. Don't think he is. Well, clearly he's not anymore as he goes into the wall. Spinning around is JDM. And out of qualifying goes HP8 Gamer. So he is out of qualifying. And out onto the circuit comes BPR again. Ace is in the pit lane. Josh, the man from 4th place, I should say in 4th place, is also out of the session. So he's retired, so that makes it 2 drivers retired out of 12 cars. That leaves us with 10 cars to attack this racetrack. I may be sad, I haven't noticed, but I think it's Kieran, but he has just gone a tiny bit, just under a tenth faster than V Boeing. So someone's been able to match him. And here is Carlo, so he's staying in the pits, and I think he'll go out right at the end. Here is FaZe then, opens the DRS, and I think we're going to watch this lap with him as he makes his way towards turn number 3. So you go down into turn number 3, and he's currently up. And then you're on the power. And let's see then, where does he pick his braking point for turn number 4? Pretty well. Hugs a bit of the inside curb. And let's see, little lift to make sure you don't go wide. And doing pretty well on this lap, so he's up currently by 5.5 tenths. And now you go towards turn number 9. And then let's see how he flicks it in. Very fast, then into the final corner, turn number 10. He's done so pretty well, and now he's currently in 9th. Well, when he crosses the line, he's all the way up into 4th place. And that's a good lap by him. So a good effort there for him. And he's done pretty well to move up into 4th. And JDM has also done pretty well to move up into 6th place. So Ace's lap looks to be invalidated. Carlo's still in the pits. Here's the Ferrari of VPR. I'm not too sure if he's attacking. It looks like he is. So it does look like. Alrighty then. Let's see then, as he heads towards turn number 9. Did pretty well, but it's wide. And he's wide again. And it's an improvement. He's up into 7th. Pushes Sen down into 8th place. So I think this is going to be a lap with Ace then. Down towards turn number 1. He's on the power then. Then you want to open the DRS. And DRS now open towards turn number 4 of the racetrack. Let's see then, where does he pick his braking point? He's picked it very well. So V Boeing is also now on out lap. So is TRL X Young Gamer as the time ticks down in this qualifying. It looked a bit wide by Ace though on this lap, and he's for, I think, just over 4 tenths down, so it shows it. So he's going to come into the pit. So he's going to put on a fresh set of tyres because we're going to have one more lap to attack. Talking about attack, I'll be seeing... No, we are not. I was about to say, we may be having a lap of attacking. Is this a lap of attacking? By TL Exion Gamer towards 1. Pretty well, and that looks like that was the Alpine there of Trevor. And if we have a look, he is just a bit down then through the first sector, but can he make it up then through the second and third? Now down into turn number 4, through 4, pretty well done there. And now you're just worrying about the next few corners. Turn it in and done pretty well. So yep, he's now up, so he's managed to find some time through the second sector. So we'll see. Oh, he's very, very wide though. Oh. And he's gone into the wall. Also, I just noticed, I think his lap was already invalidated, I think, somewhere, so I think I missed that. Alright, here we go then, with the AlphaTauri man of Boeing. Now as he heads into 4 then, turn it in, and he's going to be trying to take pole position then. Let's see what his second sector is looking like, and by the slightest of margins it's up. As Kieran comes onto the circuit now. Oh no! Big crash involving, I think that was FaZe and Boeing. They've come together in qualifying, and that for both of the two drivers. That's it. And I think that kind of does guarantee Kieran on pole, but Boeing was up, and that's kind of a bit of a shock there. So we didn't obviously get to see fully, but we just about saw it, of them colliding. And it does happen around these circuits in qualifying. It can happen, and that is a big accident which has kind of ruined the battle for pole. However, we're still going to see a lap as JDM has left the session. We're still going to get a fast lap. So let's see what Kieran can do as he heads towards turn number 1, sends it in then pretty well, and then you make your way towards turn number 3. We're riding on board with the Williams through turn 3. Oh, not good on exit. So that's gonna, so it looks like that's gonna be the end of his lap pretty much as JDM rejoins. And Carlo is still in, so Carlo Bona won't be doing a lap in qualifying. He's going to be trying, he's got whatever he's going to do, he'll have to do it from last place. Here is Ace, 2.5 tenths up, currently in 10th place, but can he improve his position? Checkered flag is out, qualifying is over. So, Scene will be in 6th, JDM will be in 7th. There still could be a few improvements to come, especially from this man. Kieran is into the pits. So we'll see what Ace can do then. And he's still 1.5 tenths up. So as we head now down towards turn number 9, then turn number 10 comes pretty quickly as well. Now through turn number 10, oh, something just came onto the camera. But now as he comes across the line, can he improve? He improves his lap, but he doesn't improve his position, so he will start the race from 10th, And here's the Ferrari man of VPR who spins around, but he wasn't improving anyway. So that brings it into qualifying. It'll be Kieran who will lead from the front of the field. And unfortunately we were robbed of a brilliant ending to Q3 where we would have seen 2 drivers or maybe 3 battle it out for pole. But that gives us more things to answer in the race. But Kieran didn't improve his last lap anyway. So this is going to be very interesting indeed. So now we'll be going into the 36 lap race. And we're going to see who can take race victory home. So it's time for the race around the Red Bull Ring. And before we do get into that, on the formation lap, I will quickly take you through our Drivers' Championship and the Constructors' Championship as well. So, HP out at front with 56 points. 5 points behind is Archie in second, and then we have Chad 13 points behind on 43 points. Then we have Raf 32 points, but he's 24 off HP. Then we have Sen with 32, who is tied with Raf, and we have Noah then on 28, Carlo on 27, so pretty close between Noah and Carlo. And then we have Josh on 25, and then Kieran on 14, so the man who's going to start on pole, he has 14 points, and then Ace has 12, and Trevor has 6. The formation lap is underway, and we have Ryan, Nebi, FaZe, and Nascal with 0 points. And if they want to be in the championship battle, they are 56 points behind. So they will need some kind of miracle if those 4 drivers with 0 points are going to fight for the championship. But it's mostly unlikely that it will happen. And yeah, so we are on the formation lap. I will quickly just take a look at the constructors' standings as well and take you through that. So we have AlphaTauri out at front with 99 points and Williams 34 points behind. Then we have Aston Martin on 59. So it's close between Williams and Aston Martin, 6 points separating them. And then we have Haas, who are also close, only 2 points between them and Aston Martin. And then we have Alfa Romeo on 40, Red Bull on 28, McLaren on 19, Mercedes on 8, Alpine on 8 as well, so those 2 teams are tied. And we have Ferrari, who are at the bottom of the table with 6 points, but all teams have scored currently as it stands in the standings. Alrighty, so the formation lap is coming to an end, and the drivers will be getting ready then for a 36 lap race. And we'll see who will win out. Let's see who will get disqualified as well. VPR disqualified, and HP8 Gamer as well. Alrighty, we're now waiting for the lights to come on. Here they come. When they go out, we'll be racing in Austria. We're underway at the Red Bull Ring with a good reaction time from Kieran. And immediately we have TRL X Young Gamer trying to go around the outside of Boeing as well. You make our way to turn number 1. Off the road goes the Red Bull with the AlphaTauri of Boeing. But as we now tuck in, and let's see, will he be able to move up into second place. It's going to be crucial if he can do so. He's going to try and go around the outside on the opening lap. Can he do so now? They're going to go wheel to wheel, and TLX Young Gamer side by side with Boeing as we head towards turn number 4. And Boeing has been able to stay ahead, but TLX Young Gamer wants to come back. He's trying to get to the inside. He's going to get to the inside, but can he take the place now? They're still side by side. Brilliant battle for second, and they almost collide. As the AlphaTauri stays ahead, the Red Bull's going to lose momentum there. Will that give an opportunity for Trevor? And as we all make our way, we've got a battle between Sen and VPR. Not really a part of the racetrack. You often see battles, but we are getting one, and now Carlo Bona will be all over the back of VPR. So he started right at the back, Carlo Bona, and now he's trying to move up into 8th place. As meanwhile, as the timings are a bit not accurate right now, in the background there we have JDM versus HP Gamer as we go down towards turn number 1. Can he take the place? Yes, he can. So he's going to move up as... Ignore these timings, they're all glitched. There's JDM, I think, has got him back. He's got him back. And now we have Ace, who's also trying to get him back. So meanwhile, there goes Ace up the inside. Is he going to be able to do so in the brilliant McLaren livery as VPR has gone round? VPR has gone around, and now tucking in the slipstream is now HP8 Gamer, who's going to try and go around the outside of JDM. And we're going to watch this as now Ace is past JDM already. Can he get past HP8 Gamer? Doesn't look like he can so far. Can he dive onto the inside? Hard to overtake through here, but he'll try and stay close and try and make a move then. Down into turn number 9 now. And he's right on the tail of the AlphaTauri man. Meanwhile, out up front, it's very close to the lead. And now, does the AlphaTauri have an opportunity? He's not deploying any ERS. We can see by the steering wheel he's not deploying any ERS, but he may have a go anyway. He's going to try and go around the outside. Is he going to be late enough on the brakes? Kieran defends to the inside. And he was trying to get past, but what he needs to make sure he can stay ahead of TLX Young Gamer. DRS now is going to be enabled as well, and that's going to aid with the overtaking as we go into turn number 4. So the battles will be coming. And here we have FaZe, who's trying to keep in the DRS of Trevor. And Ace has lost out, so I wonder if there was any kind of contact. But the battle for the lead continues with V Boeing, who's trying his best to stay close to Kieran, and he's going to be getting the DRS. But if he's going to try and make a move, one thing he needs to be careful of is the Red Bull behind. Because if these guys battle like crazy, there's going to be a Red Bull waiting on the scene to capitalize. In the background there, we can see wheel to wheel. I think that is Josh versus FaZe. And we have a change for second place as well. No, V Boeing has lost it. He spun around, and I wonder if there was contact for the lead, or was it just a pure driver mistake. And now that's going to give an opportunity as we go down the straight. And FaZe is going to defend, and he's going to go for a late lunge. Up the inside he goes. And he's going to... Yep, so V Boeing gets him back. The battle still continues between the pair. And they're still side by side, but the Alfa Romeo of FaZe holds on to the position. And some fantastic action. FaZe already has a penalty as well, but some fantastic action. So, by the looks of it, TLX Young Gamer has hit V Boeing, so that's where it happened. Meanwhile, we have a change out up front, and round goes Kieran, the man who was in first place, has now, I'm not sure if it was a mistake or was it contact, but I don't know if it was too close though between them. Meanwhile, trying to recover some places, Boeing is going to get to the inside, and he's surely going to get through. And he has been able to do so. And he's up now into second as he's going to go and try and chase down Young Gamer for the win. VPR is into the pits as well. Meanwhile, here's Carlabona, here's Ace. And Kieran spun around again. So obviously, currently fastest lap goes to Rebo, and he's going to try and now catch up to the leader, Young Gamer. Can he take victory home today, or will it be Red Bull at the Red Bull Ring to take victory? Meanwhile, Josh versus FaZe, a brilliant battle so far, is going to continue, but FaZe is not giving an inch currently. But the Haas is now going to try and get to the inside, and now they both have DRS. Which way is FaZe going to defend? Which way can the Haas go? So he's not defended. Will they give an opportunity? Josh trying one up the inside. Josh getting to the inside, and they're going to make contact as off the road goes FaZe, and into the gravel, and spinning around goes Josh. And it did look like they were going to collide at some point because they were going wheel to wheel, and it was brilliant battling. Meanwhile, we have JDM on the back of Sen. So we'll see what he can do. So Ace is set. The fastest second sector. And now, big opportunity as we go down the straight for JDM. Can he get it done before we go into turn number 1? Or will he wait for another opportunity? And also just realised that Young Gamer does have a penalty. So once we sort out the battles for this lap, I will take you through it. I'll take you through which penalty he has. And now JDM going to the inside. Sen's late on the brakes. And there's going to be a battle out ahead as well with HP8 Gamer versus Trevor as the Aston Martin of Sen stays ahead. JDM though, can he come back as the battle as HP8 Gamer moves up into third place? Out in the battle for third place. However, the battle for fifth, Sense manages to stay ahead on this lap. As we're watching the cars come around again. And this time JDM will get to the inside, but this time Sen has the DRS, and he's used a bit of ERS though to get just enough of a card length ahead to cover him off through turn number 1. But turn number 1 is not the only overtaking opportunity on this circuit. You have 2 more. And he's going to try. JDM's going to try and use the DRS to get past. But however, on this occasion, Sen also has DRS. So it's going to be quite interesting. And JDM's lost out on the power, so I think Trevor is going to be the car under pressure now as we go down the straight. The Aston Martin dives to the inside, and will Trevor be able to do anything about it? The answer is for now no, and now JDM will be coming on the scene to try and also get past. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead is 1.4 seconds as JDM, can he get to the inside? That would be a brilliant move if he can do so, as the Alpine doesn't want to give an inch, and JDM spins out. I didn't get to see because I was looking at something else. There's contact. Meanwhile, we have JDM just rejoining behind FaZe, but ahead of Josh. And into the pits comes Trevor. So Trevor was in to the pit lane as Carlabona gets a 3-second time penalty in this race as well. Alright, here we go. So what tyres is it that goes on? It's the hard tyres that are on. So I'll just bring the penalties to your data for a second. So those are the penalties. Those are the tyres everyone's on. And those are the position changes. So, Young Gamer up 2. HP8 Gamer up 8. We have Seen up 2. JDM up 2. Josh down 1. FaZe down 3. And we have Carlabona, who obviously started at the back, up 4. Ace up 1. and Trevor, who's actually coming to the pit, so that's not too much of an issue. Same with VPR and Kieran. However, Kieran's lost 11 though, but he was involved in contact, so we'll leave the tires on for you guys to enjoy and see what everyone's on. Meanwhile, battle for the lead, getting closer. And now DRS open for Boeing, who does not want to use any ERS. Currently, as you can see, it would turn green on the steering wheel if he was deploying DRS, but he isn't. I'll also put that on for you guys. So it's 4/10 of a second. Now we'll be seeing action in the pit lane. Meanwhile, talking about action, we have some action here. JDM up the inside then of Josh as we make our way down into the next corner. Is he going to be able to do so? As Josh brilliantly holds on to the place, but JDM's surely going to come back. A bit of lag involved, and it's pretty hard for me to see what's going on if the car's going to lag a lot. Meanwhile, out at front, it's very close for the lead of the race, and Boeing gaining, and now he has the chance to take the lead. Which way is he going to go? Can he dive into the inside? He sticks behind. He sticks behind on this occasion. Now, is he prepared to risk this one once again? DRS open. Can he this time go for any late lunge? Going to be a bit too far back on this occasion. And so they've kept in the same positions. Meanwhile, JDM faster than Josh, but that's expected because Josh is on hard tyres and JDM is on the mediums. As VPR gets a penalty, so the penalties are going to start coming in. So the penalties are starting to come in now, because we're going further into this race, so more track limits, warnings people are picking up. And that's Carlo getting one. Now let's see. Is there no overtaking opportunity? I would say this lap, unless he deploys a lot of ERS down this straight, which he is deploying a bit of ERS, you know. And I think he's going to go for the lead of the race now. And he's going to go to the inside. And nothing TRLX Gamer can do. Or is he going to try and stick around the outside? He is sticking around the outside. I said nothing he can do, but he's trying to do something. He's trying to keep the lead, but Boeing has taken it. But TRLX Gamer will have an opportunity. He just needs to stick close to this section of the racetrack, and then he will have an opportunity. But look at the background. Look at the person who is almost under that 1 second, who will also be aided with the DRS. And it looks like it will become a 3-car battle for the win. Wide goes TRLX Gamer, but he now has the DRS open, and it's going to be a battle that will continue. And this is going to be quite interesting as we go down the straight now. TRLX Gamer is going to be gaining, but I don't think he'll be able to make the move into this corner because he's going to be a bit too far back. But what is the exit looking like for him? As Boeing deploys a bit of ERS, quickly just checking in if there's anything else going on. Meanwhile, back to the battle for the lead. So, HP8 Gamer's just outside right now. It's almost getting in that 1 second. If he does get in that 1 second, inside that 1 second, then he will also aid from the DRS. And DRS enabled towards 1. Bit wide through 1 for TRLX Gamer, but he's on the power pretty nicely, and now he gets the DRS open again. braking. And then on the power. A lot of this circuit is on the power, but it doesn't have too much ERS to deploy. Only 16%. Meanwhile, 25%. And HP8 Gamer has 30, we'll wait for it, 35%. And then Sen has saved up a lot, he has 70%. And then we have Josh, who's obviously been in a few battles, and now he's trying to get past Sen, so that's probably why. So Sen is harvesting and I think Josh may be using a bit more, that's why he's been able to get that close. Meanwhile, out up front also in the battle, HP8 Gamer has lost 2/10, looks like. Because he was getting in the DRS, he managed to get it to 1.1, but he lost a bit. And 11% for Carlo, and then Ace has 30%. Meanwhile, I think we need to go back to the battle for the lead of the race. We'll go through the rest of the field DRS in a bit, but we'll have to kind of pause that because we have on-track action, and we love on-track action. And that's a late lunge from Teolexion Gamer, and guess what that is? It's also the lead of the race. But V Boeing doesn't want to give it up, and it's going to be V Boeing, looks like. Wrong camera, sorry. He's going to try and fight back as we make our way towards turn number 4, and the Red Bull's trying to hold on. Teolexion Gamer trying to hold on round the outside, and he's going to hold on round the outside. So V Boeing now down to second, and Teolexion Gamer in first. An absolute brilliant to see as he gets a penalty. He gets another one. That's another penalty for him. And now into the pits comes Teolexion Gamer. Joining him is the man in third place, who was actually in that 1 second. May I just say, he got in that 1 second. I was about to just say before these guys decided to pit. And now this is going to be quite interesting. Undercut or overcut? As about to come out. So it'll also be which driver will be able to get the tyre temperature up better. Both of them go onto the hards. That should be a hard till the end of the race, unless we get some kind of safety car to interrupt the race. Then people may decide to pit for another set of mediums or another set of softs, depending on the distance we have to go in this race. No, don't. Right, so 4/10 between Sen and the gap's coming down between them. Obviously, it is in the battle for second. They just haven't pit yet. That's why. So now. Let's see, no! Smash into the back of the Aston Martin. And Josh has also wrecked his front wing as he goes into the wall. And that'll be Sen, who's also spun out. And we've got, what is that? Is that a safety car? Is that virtual? So I'll just take a look. I would suggest it's a virtual because I can't see any. No, there is a safety car. No, I just noticed there was a safety car. I missed the message where it said safety car, if there was one even. But the safety car is out then, here in Austria on lap 17 of the race. Ace with a free pit stop. So he's coming to the pits, and he'll now be in 10th place. And this is our race leader currently on the circuit, JDM. He will also benefit from this free pit stop. But already, we have V Boeing, who's pretty close to him. JDM's going to come in. That's his only option, rather than the whole field bunching up. So we have the safety car over there, and he picks up the leader. And also, I've forgotten who was ahead before the safety car, but I think it was TLX Young Gamer, so possibly V Boeing had jumped him. But now, you have to defend it on the restart. So we have the safety car deployed. Around Austria, that will punch the field up, and it will be a reset for the drivers, give them a little time to rest quickly. Some may go on AI mode just to give their fingers a rest from driving for a bit. Some may decide to drive. It depends, because the AI can be a bit glitchy sometimes. It can do a few weird stuff. Well, when I'm driving, I personally like to just drive. I don't know, I just prefer to drive, like, it's a bit more realistic for me. So I usually drive. The only time I do pause it or stuff, if I need to like check the race director and stuff. Now, V-Boeing will have a lap fresher tyres than TLX Young Gamer. But if we are to have more interruptions in this race, which the safety cars are they have a big chance of coming into the races. There's most likely going to be chaos. And I'm going to give a prediction. We will have at least one more safety car in this race. So that's my prediction. We are going to have another safety car. We are still waiting for Kieran, who's also going to get now a chance to kind of have a little bit of a reset. And can he make a charge from here? And here's Ace. And we're now just waiting for one more car. And when he's closed up, everyone will be closed up then. And we will have the cars ready to go. And there is your message. And the message says, safety car is in this lap. Meaning that we will be going racing. We will begin lap 20. And when we do, there will be green flags out. And we'll see what every driver will be able to do on the restart. The Aston Martin safety car is about to peel in. And the 12 drivers in the field need to be reacting to when V Boeing will go. And when he does go, hopefully, it'll be an interesting restart. Alright, there we go. There's your answer. How quickly did he go? Well, he's immediately got over a second gap. So, there we go. Green flags are out. We're racing once again here at Austria, and if we're going to see if there's any other changes in the field, as we have now down towards turn number 1 is the Alfa Romeo of Faye's going to dive it on Josh. And meanwhile we have this battle then. As we make our way, we can see just up ahead we have Carlo trying to get up the inside of Faye's, and he's going to be able to do so. So he's managed to get through. While we're watching now, it's Trevor versus Kieran momentarily. Is Ace going to be able to dive it up the inside? He's gone onto the grass to do so, and now there's going to be contact. And there is contact between the pair, and now waiting. VPR is going to be waiting to see where does the door open for me to make an overtake. But there was contact there, and V Boeing has immediately got a 1.2 second lead over TLX Young Gamer. Then HP8 Gamer. So it's going to be an interesting battle for second, but can TLX Young Gamer get in that 1 second and make it 4 cars in the battle for the win? And it's close, but we definitely do have a battle. And maybe if Sen gets in that 1 second, then we could have 6 cars. That would be amazing stuff. Carlabona in 7th, Kieran in 8th, FaZe in 9th, and we join this battle live with the Ferrari of VPR making the latest launch he can. but he's made the latest lunge, but he hasn't made the corner. He rejoins, and he's still behind the Alpine as we make our way. He's going to get the inside line. How late on the brakes can he be this time? And he's going to try. He's going to try. And he's going to try and get through. Will he be able to do so? He is. I think Trevor had to kind of back a little bit out of it before there was too much contact. His VPR was very late on the brakes, and there's always a chance he could slam. If you're too late on the brakes, you could slam into your rival. So I think Trevor had to be a bit cautious of that happening. That VPR was coming up the inside, so he didn't want to get in any kind of more contact, and he just conceded a place. Because remember, he still has an opportunity to come back at him down this straight. So it's no point risking your front wing. And what you can do is, re-overtake on the circuit, he's going to have to go around the outside. The Ferrari doesn't really fight that one. But now the Alpine will have the DRS of Trevor, so he will just use that to kind of pull away a bit in the straight line. We join the battle for second place live. And we have Tio Alexion Gamer versus HP8 Gamer, and this is going to be hopefully a fantastic battle for second. But can Tio Alexion Gamer get inside that 1 second and make it the battle for the lead? JDM trying to hold on in that 1 second to benefit from the DRS, but I think he momentarily just fallen out of it. He's back in it now. He's back in it now. And this is Ace. Wow, up the inside. And he did it before we got into the corner, but that is not a place you make an overtake, so a good move there by Ace. But there might have been a mistake, because if I look at the momentum, there might have been a mistake from FaZe, because if I look at it, Ace was steaming up the inside as he gets a penalty as well. And now Ace will have an opportunity to go hunting on the Ferrari up ahead. Meanwhile, for a second, it was under a second for the lead. Well, it's just gone outside a second. We join this battle now live, and we have Josh versus JDM. We have Josh who's taking the play. JDM's going to try and come back at him, but Josh uses the outside line to give him a better exit, and that means he can stay ahead of JDM, and it's once again inside 1 second. As I say that, it goes outside and it's back in. Alright, there we go. He needs to keep it like this to get the benefit of the DRS, and if he gets the benefit, he'll get it 3 times, which will aid him every single time he gets the benefit of the DRS. And obviously doesn't have too much DRS left, so he needs to be careful where he does use it. He had DRS already once. This is his second dose, and I think Boeing may be using a bit of DRS as well. But now the Red Bull closing in. And let's just take a look through the field. Doesn't look like anyone right now is too close to each other for a move. So the only battle on the racetrack currently, which is under a second, is the battle for the lead. So let's just watch this. And it's 9/10, it's 8/10, so it'll be crucial to see the ERS deployment, as you can see. So Boeing has a lot more. He has 40%. Tio Alexion Gamer has just 10%. So we have a 30% difference. And then HP8 Gamer is saying, well, you guys can use all of your ERS and scrap it out. At the end of the race, I'll come after you with all my ERS. So, you've had an interruption in the race. And out of the race goes VPR. And has that brought out the full safety car? I think it just has. The full safety car is out. There is the Aston Martin safety car. And we're going to have another interruption in this race on lap 25. Well, this may be now an opportunity for someone to pit. And Ace has taken the opportunity. So has Kieran. To go on to a set of softs till the end. So, I'll be excited to see both of these drivers progress. I think someone at the front may also decide to pull the dice. But now everyone's ERS will be the exact same then. now, as they'll all charge it under the safety car. So let's see who comes in then. As Teolexion Gamer is coming in. V Boeing is staying out. What about HPA Gamer? He's also staying out. JDM is coming in to the pits. And we have a lot of action. Sen has decided to stay out. Josh has decided to stay out. So we have Carla Bono is in. JDM is in. Is Trevor coming in? No, Trevor's staying out. So some people going for track position. But those softs, I'll tell you this, at the end of the race, those softs feel amazing. And obviously these softs, especially for drivers who don't need, so for some drivers who say they don't have a chance of a podium, they may actually have a chance, you know, if you put on those softs, but it depends. Most people have this stuff put on the softs. So obviously I race in tier 2. Last week in Imola, most people didn't come in for softs. I came in for softs, and it actually worked out and gave me a podium. So, which I did go for a very bad gamble, which moved me right down to the last place, I think it was, and then I just needed a safety car to kind of change my race, and it did. And then obviously there was some contact ahead, which also helped me get that podium. So the softs can be very, very good and very, very useful. Now may I just add, JDM is ahead of the train. So, Teolexion Gamer, who was battling for the win and was ahead of Carla Bona and JDM, has lost out to both of the drivers under the pit stops. So he's gonna have to kind of overtake 2 drivers before he can get to the hards and mediums runner. But I expect Carla Bona and JDM to also be on the attack. So it's going to be a fascinating end to this race. We'll have drivers on soft tyres attacking. We'll have drivers on hards and mediums defending. Safety car is coming in this lap. It's time to find out who will take victory in Austria. And it's come down to this then. We'll have some drivers who will be attacking, and we'll have some drivers who will be defending. Let's see who will win this race. We have an AlphaTauri 1-2 currently as it stands, and that'll do good for their championship. But the question is, can they stay there? We'll have JDM, Carla, TRL, Kieran, and Ace, who are hoping they will have something to say about that. V Boeing takes us back to Green Flag Racing. And we're racing once again here at Austria, and it's pretty much the same for most positions, but immediately we have JDM on the attack. Exactly what he wanted. He's trying to get up the inside. Trevor is defending as Josh gets a penalty. And now look at this. We're almost 3 wide as we go down the straight. Trevor is parking the bus, and we have now Carla Bona, who is diving up the inside. Now the Red Bull's getting in the mix, and round goes Trevor. Trevor spins around, and it's all kicking off as the Red Bull of Teolexion Gamer rejoins the racetrack. And now Kieran is also in the mix. We're 3 wide as we go towards turn number 4. Who is going to be the driver who appears ahead? We have JDM versus Teolexion Gamer on the racetrack now. And that was a frantic restart, I should say. Absolutely epic stuff. And as we go over to the 2 AlphaTauri, 6/10 separating them. Josh in third, who is 4/10. And then I think Carlo, due to that battle, Carlo now has to do some work to get onto the back of his teammate. And also, I think I've missed it, but FaZe is out of the race. I think he was the person who caused the safety car. But this race momentarily went absolutely frantic. And that's a late braking move. These are the two drivers who are on the soft tyres. They aren't working together. They're dueling it out on the racetrack. And look at this. Carlo is now defending. JDM is on his tail. And now, is JDM going to try and make an overtake? And then remember, these guys are on the softs. They're losing time as a group. And right now, their chances of a victory might be fading as Ace gets past Kieran as well. As Carlo's being able to get back now, and JDM though is having a go now. Once again, can he make the move into turn number 9? Carlo is almost in that DRS, but he'll have to defend from JDM down the straight. DRS is enabled. And he's in the DRS now. So he'll also have the use of the DRS as Trevor is out of the race. And that's going to cause the full safety car. The full safety car is out. And another curveball thrown at this race. We're going to have another safety car restart. Can you believe this race? It's come alive at the end. And now, will we see any pitters? I don't know if now we're going to see any pitters, because now they will lose track position. Anyone who decides to pit may fall, or will probably fall. If Rio Boeing was supposed to, if Rio Boeing is going to come into the pits, he will fall all the way down to last, and it will be very hard to make some overtakes then, because he will have drivers on soft tyres who will be dueling it out themselves. Well, I would love another restart like we just did. That was absolutely frantic, where we had many cars going wheel to wheel. And this is going to be interesting. So we kind of have two races. Okay, so we have some action then. So we have Josh, who is coming into the pits. Josh is coming in. So he thinks that he won't be able to defend it out. Sen is in. Who else is in? Ace is flied up into 5th. JDM is flied up into 4th. Carlo Bono is now into 3rd. So now we have had a few more pit stops. TRLX Young Gamer thinks it's time to put on a brand new. He was already on soft, but he decided to go for a brand new. Maybe that's because he doesn't want to have tiebreak right at the end of the race. As meanwhile, we have Carlo Bona and HPA Gamer momentarily switching positions. I think that will be my mistake, because there is no overtaking under the safety car, and all the action kicking off in front of your eyes. But now the action has been stopped, and when we go racing again, we should hopefully resume. But this time we will have most of the field on the softs, and we will have Reed Boeing and HPA Gamer, 2 AlphaTauris. Only the only drivers who are not on the soft compound, and they will have much more worn tyres than others. So it'll be quite interesting to see, can they keep behind Carlo? This is going to be quite interesting. And also, will JDM and Ace's tyres and Carlo Bona, will their tyres fall off in the last 2 laps? That's when Josh, Sen, TRLX Young Gamer and Kieran will try and find a way past. And then they will have to, but what Carlo Bona, JDM and Ace will be hoping that they are immediately on the attack and are immediately flying up into the top 2 positions. And so I think the safety car probably will be in this lap. And as they continue to go around, weave left to right. And V. Boeing has been brilliant. He has been brilliant on the safety car restarts, and on this lap, which is just coming up, I think he will have to do his last one of the race. I don't think we're going to get another safety car. If we do, then that's going to be absolutely crazy. But this, I think, will be his last safety car restart he has to do in this race. And will HBA Gamer hold up Carlo? Will the AlphaTauris work as a team? There are so many questions to be answered. This is exactly what you call a grandstand finish. Game on in Austria. The green flags are out, as taking us back to green flag conditions is Via Boeing. And he's about to come across the line now. Here we go. We're racing once again as Austria. Can Carlo Bono immediately get on the back? Kieran runs a bit wide on the exit as we go racing once again. And are we getting any wheel to wheel? Look in the background. That is some wheel to wheel. And up the and I think that was a move. Not sure who it was though. As are we going to see any overtakes as we head towards turn number 3? Will Sen have an opportunity to get past TOLXion Gamer? And he's trying one in contact. Round goes Josh. Josh spins around. And I think he got attacked from the back by someone who I missed. And now Kieran is having a go at TOLXion Gamer. And TOLXion Gamer is going to go for it up the inside of Sen. And we have Kieran who was trying one up the inside. Good he didn't go for it. Or we almost had a collision there between them. And brilliant defending currently by Sen, who's parking the bus to make sure TOLXion Gamer can't get past. Kieran has been given a penalty. The race leader very Boeing and Sen are the only people who don't have penalties in this race, so they will capitalise as we go towards turn number 1. TOLXion Gamer, we're going to watch on board with Kieran here. Can TOLXion Gamer go around the outside? Yes, he can. And Sen obviously had to back out of it, so he lost a little time, and Kieran had to take avoiding action before he smashed into the back. And Carlo Bona needs to try and make some overtakes, because remember, his soft tyres will also be fading. So as soon as possible, he needs to try and get past the 2 AlphaTauris, and this is for race win in Austria. A race that completely turned on its heads after 2 safety cars right at the end of this one. And we can see Carlo Bona trying his best. We have TOLXion Gamer on the back of Ace now as well in the battle for 5th place. Ace has lost the DRS, which is enabled now. He lost it to JDM, who is in the battle and in the train for the win. We're going to focus on this battle though, as TOLXion Gamer opens the DRS, and I'm sure he's going to get to the inside, is he? He's trying one, he's trying it, he's getting to the inside now, and he's going to take the position. Ace doesn't choose to fight it, Ace spins around, he spun around, and Sen's also been given a penalty. That means only one driver doesn't have a penalty in this race. And absolutely frantic stuff once again, and that's unfortunate for Ace, who will spin out of the race, and he'll now fall right to the back, and that's going to be disappointing for him. He lost a place though, and I think he was trying to get on the power early when he lost the position to try and stay intact. And now we're on the final lap of this race. It's been a brilliant race, but we've only got a few more corners to go, and then we'll decide who will win this race. Now, is HBA Gamer going to try and make a move on his teammate? Are the 2 AlphaTauris going to battle it out, or is this how the race will finish? I don't think there will be any changes in the lead of the race. But on the final lap, can Sen get past? No. It looks like they've all settled right at the end of the race. Kieran is also out of the race as well. But on the final lap, the two AlphaTauris. Well, right to the end, HBA Gamer trying to get close. And he's getting very close. I'm not sure if V Boeing is trying to give it away right at the end to his teammate. However, coming out of the final corner, Boeing incredibly wins a chaotic race here in Austria, and it will be HBA Gamer who will take second. JDM takes the podium. A brilliant job by him as well. And I think that's after the penalties are applied. JDM will take third. Josh will take fourth. Seni will be in fifth. Carla Bona will be in sixth place. Tio Alexion Gamer in seventh. And Ace will be in eighth place. And that concludes a very exciting race, which delivered us with some fantastic action. JDM, the game's given JDM the driver of the day. But we're obviously going to vote for our driver of the day ourselves after this race is concluded. But that was an exciting race. And it's an AlphaTauri 1-2. And they fly to the finish. So JDM takes third. Good result for him. However, AlphaTauri are shining after this race, as Josh also gets the fastest lap of this race. So let's confirm the results for you. V Boeing in first, then HBA Gamer in second, JDM in third, Josh Tomo in fourth, then we have Seni in fifth, and then Carla Bona in sixth place, then Tio Alexion Gamer in seventh, then Ace in eighth, and our retirements are Kieran, Trevor, FaZe, and VPR. So that concludes a very interesting race.
Don't handle.
So Josh will get the fastest lap point.
Go to Veteran. Leave session, go to Veteran.
Asa doesn't seem to be like that. Oh, there you go.
I will help with that, it's fine. Wait, can you go to Veteran, please? Leave the session, go to Veteran when you can. I'll ask questions, don't worry. F1 Life, Veteran, AlphaTauri, and then Avatar X, and then triangle when it shows up. Then triangle. Yep, there we go. So, winners today in an Alpha Tauri 1-2.
Best team in the race. What?
Chad and Harrison. Wow. Okay. That's not something I expected from you guys. Considering that you said that you were slow avoiding this track, Chad. Are you able to turn your mic volume up, by the way? Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, you are very quiet. Ah, right, yeah, don't worry then. Yeah. But, other than that, you got what, P2 in qualifying I think it was? That was, I think, if I'm right, P2 in qualifying to then P1 in the race. Very well done from you today. You went so early on those restarts. I yeah, that. Oh. Yeah, that was crazy. That was one crazy race, I can't lie. How have you managed to get the 1-2 in that? Were you in party at all, or? Oh wow, okay, I wasn't. I thought you were. Yeah. You just had to guess it. Oh, I don't even know what to say after that. That was a crazy race. You said you weren't even gonna win because you were slow. Come on, I will get your exact words if I can find it. Yeah. I'm too slow to win here. Your exact words, and you've won. Yeah, your time trial's a lot slower than I would expect. But if I'm right, that is your 6th win so far in the league. Very well done. I have nothing else to say unless you two want to say anything on the stream. Yep. I'm expecting you to win. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, between you two. It's by barely anything. Yeah. I remember qualifying points as well play into fact. Um, I'll just ask you two to do this now. Have you got your race summary sent by the taskbot? Yeah. You might want to check those. Yeah. It's yeah. It's crazy that by able to get that. But anyways, that's all for me. I think Omid, you can end the stream off there. Yeah. Other than that, I think we can end stream. See you guys.
AlphaTauri are the best team. What a way to end off. Right, so that's been all the action from round 5. We'll see you in round 6 in FPRL in Jeddah when FPRL returns. Goodbye.
You got it? Or was it not working? Hold it down. Either press it or just hold it. Just press it once. And it should work.
Yeah,